Aquarius, how we doing today? All right, we're going to be doing your weekly from the 27th to the 2nd. All right, going into Leo season. All right, there is a full moon this week, so we are doing the Moonology manifestation. See where we're at. All right, what do we have going on for the beautiful Aquarius? What is it they need to know? We have know your worth and release control. And I think that's part of knowing your worth is allowing things to just kind of be how they are in a time, but also knowing who you are as a person and understanding that you're always worth something. And we definitely have that 9 of Cups showing up. So whatever is making you happy, I feel like it's kind of giving to you. But there might be a situation where you just need to kind of let go of circumstances or even expectations. Holy crap, everything is coming out. This is to take that. What do we got going on? I like this. Two more. I'm not taking all that. Good Lord, half the deck flipped out for you. We'll get to that in a minute. It's about putting an offer in the world, kind of allowing you to create something new. I feel like whatever it is you're focused on financially, it's like putting that thought or that message into the air to start to create. I feel like there's some mental conflict when it comes to that situation. And it's kind of something that I feel like with the Four of Pentacles being in reverse, it's like releasing that, letting go of that situation. This could be also you overspending, so you may need to watch that. But I definitely feel like with that mental conflict and that 6 of Swords over here, the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Swords is like once you push past that mental conflict, you start to see like some relief, I want to say. And it's kind of like releasing out that energy or not holding on to it, but knowing that you have a decision to make. This might be some kind of legal situation that you're trying to escape from or walk away from. This could be dealing with somebody who was kind of very in and out and kind of a childish communication. I feel like if it's not that, this could be a situation where the more you walk away from things that no longer serve you with that 8 of Cups and you focus on the things that you want in your life, I feel like that kind of tips the scale in your favor. It allows you to, I think, take a more creative aspect to what it is, but it's really about communicating that to the world. You know, maybe you've been holding down some heavy burdens lately that you're trying to, I feel like, readjust at the moment. Do you have the 8 of Wands showing up also? So about fast communication. I feel like this is really about the more you release control and the more you kind of just focus on the stable offers that come your way or the stable offers you put out, the more you're able to kind of create this world of positivity that allows you to break through any kind of mental aspect that you have going on and allows you to really just kind of push through whatever emotional turmoil you've been kind of through with that Six of Swords, and it balances that out. And a lot of it has to do with release this week, but it's a direction in which you choose or which you want. Get your advice for this situation. I feel like you've spent a long time kind of focusing on the options or kind of everything just stacking up. Like this stacks on top of this and this stacks on top of this, and it's kind of adding, and you're like trying to get some higher perspective in a situation, but it's really about trusting yourself and having balance and a little bit of patience with whatever the situation is. And this could be like dealing with some kind of marriage. It could be dealing with finances. It could be dealing with your own confidence level and allowing yourself to know who you are and keep pushing forward with that. But I feel like this is going to be some kind of new chapter, change, something that's revolving into something else. And I feel like it's like stuff that you've been holding in. It's like, maybe having that mental clarity and those options to kind of put forth new ideas, especially with the swords, the Seven of Swords, and the fire being on the top. It's kind of like you might be planning and plotting and some kind of strategic way to allow yourself to rebuild your own worth and kind of let go of maybe past situations. And then we do have the Nine of Wands also, which is telling me like you have the strength and the energy to go. You really just need to get out of your head. Maybe let go of the anxiety of a situation. Definitely feeling good though. Because you've had some kind of ending. There might have been a third party involved in some kind of situation, and it's something, this might be like a mindset that you let go of or a relationship that you're kind of walking away from with that Five of Pentacles there. So I feel like this week it's all about you. It's all about releasing control with that Emperor. The Emperor does like to control the situation. Allowing whatever it is that you're trying to offer to the world, allowing it to grow. You speak your world into reality. I do see you pushing through some mental conflict and allowing yourself to reach this point where you're kind of calm and releasing. I feel like releasing energy, but not really knowing what direction you want to go into this week. I know it's kind of a weird message, but yeah, we're going to let it roll. So, and you might want to watch your finances this week for what it's worth. All right, let's get to my little love portion or career. I mean, it's hard telling these cards come out. What do we have going on for the beautiful Aquarius? What do we have going on? I will be doing your monthly reads sometime this week or next week. What do we have going on? All the things. I'm not taking all the things. You have a lot of things. I feel like there was one that is kind of backwards. It's not. I feel like the universe is telling you to focus on your happiness right now. Whatever makes you feel good. It could be getting out, trying new things. We did see the Page of Pentacles. New discoveries, new offers, new fortunes. Something along that lines. And allow yourself to break free from that self-limiting belief in order to give yourself some kind of peace. You know, this could be stressful at times, and that also could be, you know, something that you need to cleanse from your energy. But I feel like whatever it is, you're going to have to put the work in this week. And a lot of that has to be with releasing that control and knowing who you are and what you bring to the table. So, and I did say it earlier, like, words become reality. So the more you believe something, the more likely it's going to be true. So maybe focus on the positives versus the negatives when it comes to those self-limiting beliefs. All right, what do we have going on for this situation? We have the Chariot. Ooh, maybe dealing with a Cancer. Or this could be like something that kind of turns about next Cancer season. I know that's quite a ways away, but things don't happen overnight. I don't know if it wants to tell you anything else. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. I'm going to leave it here. I feel like confidence is going to push past whatever self-limiting beliefs you have. If you think you can't, tell yourself you can. Type of energy. You know, it's going to give you strength to keep pushing forward with that 10 of Wands. Whether that's inner strength or outer strength, that's completely up to you. But I feel like the universe is trying to tell you, keep pushing. You know, you're driving your own train. You make your own decisions. You can focus on the shadow or you can focus on the light. It's kind of up to you to drive. But you have the power to do it with this wounded warrior, this 9 of Wands. All you have to do is get up. And I feel like whatever that is going to be some kind of transformative energy that's going to push you over that. And a lot of it's focusing on your own happiness, your own self-worth, who you are, the things you like, the things you enjoy, versus I can't do this because you can. All right, that's what I have for my beautiful Aquarius. I hope that helps. You guys have a great day. Thank you.